Now, when it comes to horror night shift series, we think about Five Nights at Freddy's, one of the most popular horror series out there. FNAF could remain at the top for a while with the endless amount of spin-offs and mysteries they set out in their story. But there's one other story that carries a very interesting lore that I feel like not a lot of people talk about right now. And it's a book that yet remains to be unanswered. What I'm talking about is Five Nights at Candy's, the stories behind Candy's, burgers, and fries.
Running away is easy. It's the leading to talk. Running away is easy.
How's it going, everyone? Hope your day's going great, and in today's video we're going to be talking about a FNAF fan game that not a lot of people are talking about right now, and that is Five Nights at Candy's, a game created by Emil Mako. Go check him out. Now, this game is similar to FNAF but with a different story that I personally think deserves to be talked about, which is why I'm making this video. We already discussed about the 5 missing children and the William Afton story arc, and now I think it's time to talk about the horrifying trauma that started to haunt our main character, Mary Schmidt. 1961. The Rat and Cat Theater entertainment business has opened to the public by 2 business partners. Many kids would be excited to go to this place. One of the kids that were there was Mary Schmidt, who spent her entire week at the theater with her father. As her brother was spending his time at camp, most of the kids would play games with the characters such as hide and seek, a game that the Rat and Mary played throughout the day.
I found ya!
Until that one day occurred.
Hey, calm down, guys. Hey, I have an idea. Let's all play hide and seek together. I'll stay here and count to 100 while you all hide. Ready, set, and go! Huh? Didn't you hear me when I said? You have to hide. Go find a hiding spot.
It was the day of the surprise show, and it was an exciting day for both the workers and the kids. As the kids scatter around, Mary looks for a place to hide but cannot find any place since all the kids took her hiding spots. So there was one place she decided to go to. Mary looks around the place, not knowing what the place is, but just hoping that this is the place that the rat won't find her.
I saw you walk in here, kid. I'm gonna find you.
What are you thinking? You can't show up in here in that condition.
Relax, man. I only had a few.
Do you have any idea what would happen if any of the parents found out that one of our actors is drunk? Think of our careers. Think of the children.
What about the children? They love me. I'm the most popular character in the freaking show. Don't be jealous that I got more talent and you don't.
You have no idea what you're talking about. Take off that costume. You're going home.
No, I'm gonna go back out there and keep this damn show alive.
No, you're not. Take it off now.
Cut it out.
Let me go!
Whoa!
Hey! Are you okay? Come on, man, this isn't funny.
Oh no! No!
What's with all the... What happened?
Lock the door. I didn't mean to. It was an accident. I swear. He
We have to call an ambulance. And the police. We have to tell them what happened.
No, wait. He was always a bit unstable. He'd been drinking. We found him like this. Yes. That's what we have to tell them. We found him dead in here.
Listen, it was an accident. an honest mistake. We have to tell them what really happened.
But I can't.
What are you doing? I can't.
Hello? Police? You have to hurry over here. My coworkers, they're dead. Both of them. I just heard something. It sounded like a rustle. I just came in and they were both dead in here. You don't understand. We run a theater. The show's beginning and the Rat and Cat Theater. You know where it is. Good. Yes. Yeah. Oh, okay. I'll do that. Yes. I'll tell everyone it's canceled today. No, nobody will come in here. Okay. Thank you. It was something bad, something that a child should not be able to see at our age, or something that none of us should see. Something like that in our lives. We would not want to see anything like that, but Mary saw it and she remembered this for a while. And she knew the entirety of what happened the moment she got out. This traumatic experience was too much for her. What I think was going on throughout her head was fear. She must have felt scared, like an intense, ongoing emotional, just being upset, problems relating to other kids, and even difficulties of self-regulation. She also might even view the world differently, away from the sunshine and rainbows that all kids view it. She tries to let go of that incident, to forget about it and act like it never happened, but doing that just made her feel even more guilty, which is where her world starts to corrupt by darkness surrounding her in her dreams. Years later, Mary and her brother go to the reopening of the Rat and Cat. After the attack on her brother, Mary couldn't take it and decided to go to a therapist and speak about what's been going on, the nightmares, her brother. Throughout their conversation, the therapist reminds her that this was not her fault, and it was not her fault for the cause of her brother's accident. As this was happening, the puppeteer man got out of his situation, and he starred in a horror movie as the villain, as everyone agreed that he stole the show and that his performance was incredible. I think we already know why. Mary decided that she faced her fears and discovered the secrets of her lost memory. Throughout this time, she was starting to get better and feel more active. She does start to remember the day she feared and was ready to now talk about it. Once she starts remembering it fully, the therapist made sure to inform the authorities to reopen the murder case and hear out the witness and to finally put an end to the situation. The puppeteer was finally found guilty and he was later executed for his crimes. This was a final step to end all of this. Now it was time for Mary to end her nightmares once and for all against Vinny.
Why did you return here? The secret's out. The weight of your guilt has been erased. So why did you return here? I guess you wanted to confront the problem. Me. The problem, I didn't realize what I'd done until I was in my bed about to sleep. I was never able to think clearly again. I don't even know if it still would have happened if you hadn't been there. But you were there. You saw it all. And now the truth has come out, and my life ends. It'll never be like before. I had everything. took it away. You don't get to walk away from what you've done to me. You've ruined my life, and now I'll make sure you'll never be able to sleep again.
The thing about Vinny is I feel like somehow since Vinny died, I think before his death, he was aware of who told the authorities of who exposed him, which is why the puppeteer says all these things about taking everything away from him, such as his acting career and the love that he finally got from his hard work. All that is just gone. After half a year, Mary started to feel much better and acted like how other kids should act like. She was more active, happy, and most importantly, overcame her guilt in 1963. After the closing of the Rat and Cat Theater, the Robot Corps were granted through the rights of the characters. They decided to find a new company named CTC Entertainment and later opened their own restaurant with new characters and a reboot to the place, as they refused to let the rat be at their area due to obvious reasons. They would make redesigns or just not show them. We had Blank and the Blue Cat. Blank was an animatronic that was just used for kids to draw on. I mean, it says it in the name. Suddenly, in 1964, the old rat and the other animatronics were sat down in the factory. The rat wakes up and starts to roam around. The rat is controlled by none other than the performers from 1961. I honestly don't know how they were managed to fuse with the animatronics, like how their souls were able to fuse with the robots, unless like pieces of their suits were in the animatronics. I'm not really sure, but the rat was back from the dead, out for revenge.
Welcome new employee to the Robo-Addicts Corporation introductory training video.
As we know, the rat, the animatronic that the company refused to join the Candies and Burgers Fries team, was left at the factory on September 22nd, 1987. Mary got a job at the robot factory who ran surveillances at the place. As Mary starts to work, she checks on one of the cameras that led to the conveyor belt and found something that might have made her heart drop. She later digs through the old recording tapes as she discovers one in 1964 where she thought she was hallucinating, but she wasn't. It was real, all of it. The strange thing about this is that the next day, September 23rd, two kids decided to sneak into the factory, maybe to explore and have an adventure or something like that, but something was there waiting to reveal itself. It was a rat. Both the kids sees the thing and tries to escape, desperate for the relief that they are safe, but it was already too late. The rat killed the two of them and they were put through the process of having their souls fused with the new Candy and Cindy animatronics. The rat cut off the cameras so that nobody finds out that this was all happening. Throughout this time, Mary was asleep, but the next day on the 24th, the conveyor belt is now a crime scene where there are bloody robotic parts and police tape around.
These shipments happen to be the new animatronics that had been sent out more than a month ago. They are in need of repairs and upgrades due to an unfortunate incident that happened involving a
The next day, the new Candy and Cindy robots were made, but at 1:57 a.m., we can see both Candy and Cindy sitting at the conveyor belt as Vinny points towards them. Mary would later turn the camera back on and see the spirits of the twins staring right down at her. The next month at Candy's Burgers and Fries, a father is shown being abusive towards his child as a cat sees it. The old cat storms towards the father and attacks him. The old cat was later replaced by the Candy and Cindy robots. While this was happening, Mary was visiting Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. She suddenly ran across the puppet, which probably made her feel sick to her stomach since Puppet looked very similar to Vinny. At Candy's, the rat was later sent to the restaurant where the maintenance area was. On November 23rd, the new Freddy Fazbear Pizza has shut down because of disastrous conditions, which would give Candy's Burgers and Fries the upper hand and become more popular. Throughout the day, a night guard called a manager, asked him to accompany him during a shift. There was something strange that he wanted to show him, but the manager just refused to go, which led the night guard to possibly damage Blank with a wrench. The guard left in the middle of his shift and he was given a pink slip, but he was never seen after that night. And I don't know if maybe he tried killing Blank with a wrench because Blank was trying to kill him, or if he just damaged the thing out of anger because nobody wanted to hear him out that something was wrong. Later that day, the police began an investigation of the missing night guard. Mary would no longer work at the robotic factory and would start working as a security guard at Candy's Burgers and Fries. Mary settles in, and throughout the night, Candy, Cindy, and the rest of the animatronics were all trying to enter her office. This was odd. Why would they do this? I mean, they're just robots after all, but Mary later remembered the odd security tape she saw at that factory. Could that have something to do with the odd things that are going on around this place? Could they have been the reason why the security guard may have gone missing? Heck, even the old cat was out to get her. This was weird, but also had Mary to want to investigate to why the animatronics are like this. As she returns for her last night, the rat comes back to get her and finish her off, but Mary survived. She tampers with the robots to figure out what was the explanation for this entire situation, but while she was doing this, her manager caught her and fired her. The strange thing that happens at Candy Burgers and Fries is the appearance of Shadow Candy. An entity that Mary Schmidt might have seen at one of her shifts. Now that I think of it, it's possible that when going against the Shadow Candy, it's actually all occurring in Mary's head. She's experiencing flashbacks of her past trauma, which makes it worse. What makes it worse is that the people she saw die are suddenly brought back to life to seek revenge on her. She's going crazy, not wanting to believe the answer to her question, but she has no choice but to accept the truth. Mary is fighting the spirits that are after her. Shadow Candy is an entity controlled by the cat performer from the Rat and Cat Theater in 1961. The Shadow Candy would try its best to jump scare Mary so that she loses the power at her office, but there's one thing that is able to help her, the thing that's been there protecting her even as a child, and that is the cat origami. What is that thing? And why is it important? Now you see, the origami cat is something that Mary has forgotten. The thing that helped her get through the nightmarish time with the guilt she carried in her past. The origami cat was the last remaining memory of her mother. This origami was something that Mary and her mother made together. Ever since the loss of her mother, the origami cat has been an imaginary best friend to Mary. They were great friends and talked a lot when they were alone. Their friendship was so strong that they were able to win against the battle of Mary's guilt. Now, what I think caused Mary to slowly lose her connection to the origami cat was that the nightmares were over. She didn't need her best friend anymore. Night by night, she pushes the cat away until her best friend, the origami cat, lost it and lost control. But after everything that happened, the origami cat was still there, even knowing the fact that Mary pushed it aside like it was nothing to her. The origami cat was still there to protect her from any danger and the battle she was up against. The origami cat was always there for her even when she didn't need it. The love that this origami cat shares towards Mary is similar to what a mother would do for her child. Could this origami cat be the mother of Mary? After all, this was the only thing that Mary had left of her. It's 1989. It's been 2 years since Mary first entered the restaurant, and in one of the maintenance rooms, Chester the monkey was found oddly disassembled. Later, the old Candy model was discontinued so that they can update the new models for both Candy and Cindy. All the things that occur is mostly because of the rat. That rat would sneak through the restaurant and kill the current night guard of the restaurant.
These situations are very unlikely. But if you happen to come across any animatronics wandering around the premises that may have broke loose from the storage room,
Run. Do not look behind you. Find the nearest exit. Do not let him find you first.
After discovering the news of the dead body, the police immediately investigate the situation of the dead night guard. But suddenly, Candy activates and roam around until this happened. Later, Candy's Burgers and Fries is now shut down due to murder. The robots were discontinued and decommissioned. They were sent to the robotic factory. Throughout time, the factory was later closed due to an incident and filed for bankruptcy, putting an end to the business. Throughout that time, Mary Schmidt would get married and have a kid who would be named Marilyn Schmidt. After the downfall of Candy's, the robots were all sent to the factory to rot and be forgotten. They were unsafe and the public was already aware of some of the horrifying things that went on at Candy's. It's 2007 now, and the daughter of Mary made a bet with her friends and lost. As she was the loser, she was tasked to stay at the abandoned factories for 5 nights. She survived those nights. I don't even know how, but she survived. Mary was finally aware about what was going on in the factory. She fought alongside her daughter against the rat and cat, putting an end to this all. As they made it out, they would later set the place on fire, ending the family curse once and for all. Well, that is until
I feel that time is bleeding from my hands. I don't know if I'm going insane or something. Nothing works. I know it should work, but it just doesn't. It's like I guess I just need to sleep. As much as I hate having to spend my time like that. Unconscious and lifeless. Like him. I won't stop until he's absolutely perfect. End of audio log.
As we all know, it may be over for Mary, but there are still stories that remained a mystery. Where's Vinny? Did any of the animatronics survive the fire? Could they reprise their role in the next story? And if they do, will they go after our new protagonist? Or will they still go after Mary? As I do think Mary's story is over for now, I feel like this could be the story behind the robotics company. This new story could be a prequel to the candy lore, since it's named the Forgotten Candy, and since it's roam free, it could be similar to Sister Location. This is my theory, and I think this new story could take place in the 70s, where the company that made the animatronics were in the beginning phase of their plan of starting a restaurant to compete with others such as Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. The first ever Candy's restaurant opens in the 70s, starring the Forgotten Candy and its friends. But suddenly an incident so bad caused by the Forgotten Candy may be so bad that it's even worse than the bite of 87, which would cause the restaurant to close temporarily or maybe permanently. The company loses control over this new candy. After trying its best to regain the control of this robot, it couldn't. And the reason for that is because Candy has been getting smarter, much stronger, and the Forgotten Candy learns more about humans and starts to grow a hatred towards them. It entertains humans and wonders why. Why entertain? The Forgotten Candy believes that it is the dominant being and that the people it entertains is below them. I get the feeling that this new candy could gain knowledge and might actually see something. This new candy could actually see something that might change its view of its surroundings. He doesn't see the audience as people. He sees them as their prey. This Funtime Candy is hungry, and I feel that this new protagonist will easily get the job, but with no experience because Candy is getting hungry, time is bleeding, and he needs something to eat. The company needs to keep hiring people because they need somebody to sacrifice from the monster that is below them, which is where the setting of the game could take place, underground. Now, it could be possible that this could be a restaurant that opened very early but is now being revisited for an odd reason. Maybe the game will give us mini games that will explain to us what happened when the restaurant was still running, or the timeline could take place after the events of the Mary and Marilyn story arc, where somebody wants to reopen another Candy's Burgers and Fries restaurant, but they need somebody to repair some stuff and use them as a sacrifice. But the story still remains a mystery until our author is ready to write down the next chapter, a brand new chapter. And that is the tale of Candy's Burgers and Fries. Now, I know it's been a while since we got any update on what Five Nights at Candy's 4 could be, but recently Emil Mako updated us with what's been going on and why he's been so busy. If you guys want to check that out, link will be in the description. It might have been confirmed that other Candy games might have a remastered version just like the first one. But for now, Emil has been through some stuff in his personal life, so if anyone out there is impatient about the new the new Candy game, then you're gonna have to be patient because it's important for our friend Emil to put himself first and not be pressured into something that might stress him out. Emil, I hope you're feeling better, buddy. Take your time to work on yourself. Don't worry about us. We got other things to look forward to like Superman, Fantastic Four, and a whole ton of projects. Feel better, man. Do what you love, and when you feel like you're ready, or if you want to work on FNAF 4, then we will be patient and we'll be ready for the new chapter of this game. Now, I want everyone to please acknowledge the description since there's some people that I would love to give credit to. So please go check them out, support them, subscribe to them, and yeah. Now this concludes today's episode of Scary Tales Saturdays. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you do, please subscribe if you want more videos like this, or if you like games and nostalgia talk about video games, then you're at the right place. So anyways, that is all for today. Until next time, have a great day, everyone.